we are. So, this is for the ones who have finally slowed down today. And you finally noticed how fucking exhausted you are. How tired you actually are. And it's not necessarily from doing too much, but from holding it all together. Holding all your own shit together, everyone else's shit together, trying to not feel the emotions that are coming up because you're trying to just ignore them because you just don't have time for that shit. And yeah, it's not working out too well, is it? It just does not work. It really doesn't. So, here's the thing. You don't need another tool, and you don't need more inspiration. You don't need someone to tell you you're doing this wrong and you're fucking it all up. What you need is safety. Your body needs to know that there's another option, because right now that doesn't even register to you. You don't even realize that there is another way to live. I was that way at one point too. Now, it's way different. Way different. And I love it. Yeah, so this is just like a random as fuck live. I did not plan like coming on today, and I am a little tired. So excuse this being a little bit out there, and give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Excuse the kid playing with the cat in the background. We're animal lovers in this family, and I have 3 children, and yeah, so there's usually always some type of noise going on in my life. It drives me crazy, and I love it at the same time. So, yeah, let's talk about this. You're always going constantly, and you're trying not to feel the things. You don't want to feel the things. And it's not really working. It's not working to your best efforts. It's not like things aren't coming out the way you want. You're trying to just get through this all and push through it, and now you're exhausted. Now you have no idea what to do. Oh wow, out of nowhere there's tons of people watching. Hey everyone, what is up? So I didn't even make a plan for like what I was talking about when I came on here today. So like bear with me if this is like really fucking random and everything. But yeah, I'm just talking about the shit that's important to me a little bit, because I get it. I've been there. I tried to avoid all of the emotions and all the things I was feeling, hold it all together, and I was exhausted and fed up and tired of it all. But I didn't even know that there was another way to even live life. I didn't know there was another possibility. I didn't know it didn't have to be that way. That I didn't have to spend every single day fighting to get by, fighting to not feel down, fighting to not be depressed, fighting to ignore the things that I was feeling on the inside. I didn't realize that I could feel my sadness and my anger without drowning in it and letting it take control of my life at all. And I learned a new way of doing things. Finally. It took forever. It took really forever to get there. And I tried so many things along the way. I tried all the mindset stuff. I tried the affirmations and manifesting the different life and just faking it till I made it, and therapy and medicine. I was on 10 different medications at one point in my life. I'm on none now. I smoke, but yeah, I use plant medicine. That is my answer now. Well, that's not my answer. I've dealt with all the shit now. So I don't need all the medicine to get me by. Because even still, when I was on all that medicine, like, I wasn't me. I still wasn't okay. I still wasn't able to control the way I was acting and reacting to things. And I was so fucking sick of it. Like, that's the way my whole life had been. And I was so tired of it because I knew I was crazy intelligent. Like, I you might not figure this from looking at me, but I had like all A's in school. I was extremely smart. I absolutely love school too. I love reading. I love learning. I love science. I love history. Like, all of that. Loved it. Yet, I had never been more than a fucking manager at a restaurant. And I had these huge plans for myself when I was younger. Like, first, for a really long time, I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I wanted to be an architect and a writer. And, like, I had all these plans and all these dreams and all these goals. And, like, somewhere along the way, I just, like, well, I definitely fucked it all up for a while. But like I stopped even believing that those things were possible for myself because of the things I had experienced. Yeah, no, actually I'm a woman with 3 fucking kids. So, yeah, thank you. Um, yeah, so I didn't even believe that I could start having a life that I wanted, that I could do the things that I already knew I could do. Like, I had already proven to myself that I was intelligent, that I was smart, that I could accomplish things, that I could do things. But I stopped believing in myself and stopped believing that I could do it and everything. And it took a while for me to ever, like, start believing it was possible again. And then even once I did, I tried all the things, all the mindset work and the affirmations and the therapy and tried to get better and I couldn't figure it out. And I was so mad at myself because I couldn't get it right and I couldn't do better. And I kept reacting in the same ways and self sabotaging myself in the same ways. So, yeah, it drove me crazy. And it was really frustrating. And then I got more angry because I'm like, I'm trying so hard over here. What's going on? Why can't I get this right? Why can I never get it right? And then I learned a new way. I learned that I had been living in survival, that I was going to keep repeating these patterns until I taught myself that there was safety and that things could be different. So I had to start choosing to first take care of myself first because that was something I had never allowed before. I didn't have much self-worth because of a lot of the things I had experienced in my life. So first I had to find my self-worth and I had to start believing in myself again and know that I was good enough and that I deserved the best things and that I could do anything that I wanted to. And the thing is, like, I grew up believing those things when I was younger initially. And, like, I didn't have low self esteem necessarily in, like, the way I looked or anything like that. But around my actual worth. Hi, I'm good. How are you doing? Around my actual worth, like, I modeled, so I was like, yeah, I look good, okay, like, cool. But around what I could actually do with my life, around the things that I could actually accomplish, around who I actually was, there wasn't much around that. And it took me a while to get to where there was. But once I started being able to choose myself, to start putting myself first, to start showing myself self-care, that's when I started being able to trust myself more as well, to start following the things that my gut was telling me, that I knew in my heart that I were true. I, 5 years ago, would have never looked like this because I would have been so worried about how much you guys would fucking judge me. But now I could give a fuck less. I don't care. I grew up in the southeast, so I definitely like would not have looked like this growing up down there because just the colored hair and my tattoos, because I have them like everywhere, that got me told, "Oh, your kids can't play with my kids." So I would have never been brave enough to look like me, to be me, to have my bedroom have all of these things on my wall that represent me and who I am, because I didn't feel safe doing that. But once I started choosing myself and saying, okay, I could give a fuck less what this person thinks. Yeah, so you get it. You get it being from Florida. I grew up in Louisiana and then I moved to Georgia. And yeah, the judgment is hard out there. Definitely. And I've always been very unique and looked at life in a way, way different way. And even though I like kind of hid who I wasn't afraid to say I believed differently than people. So growing up in the Bible Belt was just not for me. Now I live in Arizona. I love it out here. It is amazing out here. And yeah, I have a whole group of witchy women that I get to meet up with for every new moon in person and full moon online. And then we have other events and stuff too. Tomorrow I'm going to do a hape ceremony, which is more of a indigenous peoples thing. I think it's actually more native to South America too than North America. But yeah, and it definitely is hard everywhere. But the religion just like is extra judgmental, I feel like, because then society becomes based so much on that. Whereas like where I'm at now, there's so many different cultures here. Religion doesn't play like a big part in how society looks at things here. Because there's so many different religions, there's not really a chance for religion to shape society. But yeah, I mean, it's hard everywhere. I still, to this day, I have to deal with people judging the way I look because of me looking like this. Like, oh, you can't have a business. You have fucking blue hair. Who are you kidding? Like, yeah, I have blue hair in a business because I'm a badass. Get over yourself. Like, I still deal with that. I always, my whole life, dealt with the fact that I'm skinny. So I've been accused of being an addict and things like that. Like, it's ridiculous. No matter how you are, what size you are, what color you are, what shape you are, what you believe in, there's going to be judgment out there. And that's why we really got to start working on the self love, because no matter where you go, like, that shit's gonna be there. There's gonna be people that are just kind of crappy people, and it's not their fault. That was a big helper for me. Like, it's not entirely these people's fault that they are this way. Society has shaped how we see things. Society has shaped how we believe. How can we expect someone who everyone that has raised them in their life, everyone that they look up to, everyone that they see as power or authority, has told them, this is true. This is the way things work. This is what you're supposed to believe. And then someone like me comes along and we're like, yeah, fuck all your rules. That's stupid. What are you talking about? Like, I can't expect someone to just accept that. So I get it. I just think we could all be a little bit nicer about it. Like, believe what you want to believe. That's cool. We all have that right. But when we're all like ultimately trying to reach this place of love and the world being a better place, and like so many, especially spiritual and religious beliefs, they have the same underlying principles the same underlying goals. So it's like, why don't we just focus on those things? Focus on the love, focus on bringing each other up, focus on just making this world a safer, better place for everyone to live in. Because what doesn't matter what color my hair is, what color anyone's skin is, what you believe, like, on a detailed level. When we get to the core of it all, if it's all the same, not much else matters. So yeah, like I said, this life has been random as fuck. But yeah, when we can put self-love first, that judgment from others, it doesn't matter. I used to care so much about what people would think. I definitely would not have just been getting on live and just hopping on with like no plan of what I'm saying, no plan of what I'm doing. Like, just random. And yeah, when you start accepting yourself and every part of yourself and just really showing yourself love in all the areas, like even where you fall short. Like, I'm thankful for the me that had to learn lessons the hard way, because I've got so much knowledge from that now, so much that I can share with others now. So yeah, it's, I don't know, my random weekend thing. Start loving yourself. If you're fucking exhausted, start making time for you. Because I promise you, just taking 5-10 minutes for yourself, like, you have no idea how much your state affects everything in your life. If you can just take 2 seconds and change your state of being, you can change everything else. Because when we wake up in the morning, we choose how the day is going to go before our feet hit the ground. Are you waking up and saying, "Ugh, not another day. I don't want to deal with the kids. I don't want to deal with this job. I hate my boss"? Or are you waking up like, "Oh, today is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I have so much to do. This is going to be so great because I'm working towards so much shit and it's just going to be incredible." When you wake up like that, you're choosing to have an awesome day. So put yourself first and start choosing what state you're going to be in when you go into something. That's all I got for you today. Much love, and I'll talk to you later.